Yes, Amennakhti, you have just obtained this scroll from this locked room. The rest of you have seen him sort of rush into the room, not caring for anyone else in the way.
It's roughly about at this point that Amennakhti would feel another flow of energy leave him. And as he puts this in his coat pocket, he kind of looks at his hand and he goes, it's about that time, and he removes the scarf from his face. This time, instead of the corpse-looking figure, you actually see a very dark-skinned man with a red beard and red flowing hair. Very, very human-looking. I guess I don't need that anymore.
You've changed.
You are no longer afflicted with whatever it was that ailed you.
It is the way of mummies as they wane in power.
Well, at least you don't look like a corpse. Maybe now you can actually walk around without attracting attention.
He's still pretty big.
It is a double-edged sword. Yes, I can pass for human now, but I am also far, far weaker than when you first met me.
Is this going to continue? Should we be concerned?
It will continue. It will continue slowly. Depending on what happens, and however the speed in which the speed in which their power will wane will decrease with time.
It is nothing that you would need to concern yourself with. It is just something that is.
Kalmir.
Well,
Yes.
I'll let Stahl say what he wants to say.
well, you got your piece of papyrus or parchment or whatever. What, is that all we need?
There's one other item in this building. Not quite as strong as what this one is.
Kalmir.
Ye.
The area you came in through this building, sort of buzzing with more activity. You're noticing a few other armed individuals converging on the warehouse area you came in through. They're not moving with utmost haste, but they are walking with purpose.
Okay. There are more coming behind us through the entrance we came through. They don't appear to be looking for us, but they are coming this way. Should probably not be here for very much longer.
Agreed.
Do the IDs the IDs that we swiped earlier, do they have a picture on them, or?
Technically, yes, they do. However, none of you look like the picture.
I don't imagine any of us are dressed the part either.
No, not quite.
I don't think my magic's high enough to do that. So I won't even...
Dang, I was hoping. Next time.
You could make us invisible.
I can, yes.
Or you could make it so that our footsteps don't make a noise.
I can do that as well. I could do both, although it might be difficult to communicate with each other. Could I isolate, like we can hear each other, but nobody else can hear us, I wonder? I don't know.
There has to be a spell for there has to be like a spell for this.
Or, well, each of those is a spell, invisibility and control sound, but I don't know if control sound is that fine-tuned.
Wouldn't
Do you have mind?
a reach or two to like add a nifty effect like that to it?
Possibly.
Yeah, you could probably do it with additional reach or like mind as well.
Okay, well, mind's out. No mind.
At
I may or may
empty.
not have been reading some Mage.
Mage is fun stuff.
No, it's not.
It is mage.
Okay. Well, then I can make it so that they cannot see or hear us. Yes.
They have entered the warehouse. There are
Yes.
2 of them.
Gather around, children.
Oh, this is.
It's
you have
going to be
deal with
bad.
the fact- You have to deal with the fact that Rose is here.
Yeah, I'm aware.
This is Paradox.
I'm sorry.
No, Bounce is the mage. He's gonna roll 1 die at Paradox or something. So
Yeah. I
because-
suppose dragging a mortal around everywhere means that the mage just can't do this constantly.
Yeah.
But would the mortal be able to notice that everybody is being cloaked from only the people outside the party? Like, is that
She's
what it's based
standing-
on?
Well, no, it's Paradox is based on like if sleepers see obvious magic.
And if what?
Becoming invisible is pretty obvious magic.
Except Rose won't see us become invisible because he's making it so that we can all see and hear each other.
Yeah, but Rose
probably-
also needs to know that we're invisible in order to,
Yeah.
She might surmise those bad guys are passing right by us. Something's up.
Yeah.
um,
So I'm just gonna take it. I'm just to roll this.
Like,
But yeah, I would-
that's uncanny.
Yeah. So 3 successes on invisible and soundless with the reach that we can hear each other, I suppose. I have enough reach, yeah. Master.
Force is 5. Yeah, when you don't have enough reach.
Because invisibility is only 2. So is sound.
And even the fact that you have to do it on a group of like 6 doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. You all appear invisible, however, can still see and hear each other. At this point, the 2 guards are in the warehouse building and have noticed the bleeding corpses on the floor.
They're not corpses.
They aren't corpses. We didn't murder them.
They did try to be non-lethal.
Okay. I use corpses very liberally. Bleeding
Use
bodies.
bodies.
Yeah,
Unconscious, therefore dead.
The unconscious in this game, honestly, usually, the unconscious bleeding guards on the floor, almost immediately they're on their radios. About 15 seconds after, sirens start going off across the entire building,
Ooh,
including directly above you.
Well,
Yeah.
guess this is just gonna make things fun now, isn't it?
I suppose.
Depends on your
Also, we
definition
should-
of fun.
We should try and get in and out as quickly as possible.
Agreed.
Um,
So, from what the cult told me, where's the next artifact?
It's still here, it's just in another room. You can probably feel it.
All right, so proceeding to not walk through walls, but make the most direct route to it.
Okay. So yes, getting through that door, at this point, I reckon stealth is probably not a concern.
Actually, hold on. What are the walls made out of?
Concrete.
Okay. Strike that. I'm gonna spend 1 pillar point.
Oh no.
Well, let me make sure before I actually spend it, let me make sure I've read this right.
Right now, they think we can be anywhere in the building.
So spending, I don't need. Yeah, I can spend any pillar point. With a, I can move through objects made of earthen material up to my speed and soil, dust, stone, concrete. Yep, I'm walking through walls to get to where I need to go.
Is it through as in you're just barreling your way through, or are you going through like facing?
The material
bearing.
The material closes in her wake, leaving no trace of her passage. Carried and worn possessions come with her, but she cannot bring passengers. So I'm just walking through walls.
Okay.
So, I don't want to spoil your fun here.
But this is like a room away, right?
Concrete is not just concrete, it is rebar as well and whatnot. So you're
It does
squeezing through bars.
It does specifically state concrete, though, is applicable. Like, it is
What
actually...
point it doesn't even matter. Alright, fine, whatever.
Also,
Walk through the phase.
it's a room away.
Couple
Like, we
rooms
can't
away.
just walk.
A couple
You
of
walk
rooms.
through the wall, and Jerry... You walk through the wall, and Jerry, within 30 seconds, is in the same room as you because she walked through a door.
It takes longer to open the door. It is locked.
Oh, it's locked from in here as well?
Each room's locked.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all separate rooms.
they're
all very
vaults.
small, like little closets.
And you would have to know which one it is in, so I'm gonna beat you
Jerry
there.
knows which one it is in. She saw everything.
She doesn't know which one is the second artifact.
Yeah, so...
She would
They
just
all
see
have weird
everything in the
artifacts.
vaults. She would see everything in the vaults and know where everything is, but she doesn't know which specific one is.
Basically, yeah.
I'll
So,
be
yeah,
in and
I'll
out
knock you-
before.
Phases through the walls until he comes to the correct room. Much like the other room, it is sitting out on a table, essentially. A couple books and papers strewn about. But the artifact itself is a skull. A human skull.
Crystal
Perfect
skull?
condition. No, bone, but remains in perfect condition. As vessels tend to do.
What type of vessel is this?
I believe it is just called a vessel. It's the lower tier of the two.
Vestige, I think.
Is vestige? I thought vestige was what they were all called. But maybe they're both.
No,
called
vessels. Vessels is what they're all called. Vestige
Okay,
and then
then-
relic.
It is a vestige then. My apologies.
Okay. Vestiges also come in effigy, regia, text, Pooter. Basically,
Hey.
they're different types based off of what they're created to do.
Those are relics, I believe.
I think vestiges are just created through strong emotions being poured into a thing.
Well,
Yeah.
either way, I'm going to collect said skull and then proceed to move back into the main room where I assume that the others have walked out into, so where the guards are currently writhing and being checked on, I'm guessing.
What does the rest of the party do as Amennakhti is walking through walls and retrieving his artifact?
I guess we just leave.
Looking at each other.
Well, if there's artifacts for him, are there any artifacts for me?
Technically, yes. However, what they are, I don't have definitions for
I
because
figured as
kinda-
much.
But yeah, you can collect a few.
I can
We'll
collect
get-
a few, and we'll get to it.
We'll get to those. Yeah, I should have prepared things, but I wrote this like 3 weeks ago, and I just haven't gone back to it. My apologies. I'm detailing my crappy planning.
Just go through each room and pick up whatever's in there.
Okay, you can't carry that much.
Oh, I can't.
Some of them are quite large objects. But...
Oh, I see.
Are there some relics for me too?
I can't imagine they know what anthors are. I don't think they can detect those.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's very hard to detect.
At best, they have At best, they have Pandorans in the vaults, which you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, what do Geists get?
Do they have like artifact equivalents? I don't actually.
Yeah,
remember.
I mean, I don't know if it's like artifact equivalent, but like there's all kinds of Geist objects that have power in them.
Well,
You can
like
get
all the
keys, right?
splats have,
I'm
have
just
a system. There's artifacts.
Well, the
there's,
deviant ones aren't out yet, so it's
I'm
fine.
actually just like messing with you because I don't think Drew has a way to actually sense that they're there unless you tell me that they're calling out to him in some way, you know?
If they are, I don't know what they are. So, Kalmir loot goblins a bit. We'll sort through the loot later.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, this looks important. Ooh, this one's shiny.
This is just 4 again. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it is. I can come back later for that.
But yes, some artifacts collected. Amennakhti retrieves them. People are still standing in the hallway. The building's going into lockdown. There are guards running all over the place. Numerous individuals now in the warehouse area trying to check on these individuals and secure the area. A number of them are slowly approaching the back secure area where the rest of you are.
I guess we're just leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just walk out the back door.
Might as well. Unless you want to clean out the building. I mean,
what are they going to do to stop us? We can just walk out. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can walk through walls here.
We're cool people.
They can't see us. They can't hear us.
Okay. You begin walking out past a very confused number of guards as they reach the back of this building and realize that no one's here. Although are still very concerned the fact that there are a number of objects missing from their stores.
I'm very confused by the ones that don't have any open doors, and the doors are still locked.
You are exiting the building. You're roughly at the loading, shipping and receiving area. You've managed to skirt around the guards, You're invisible, but you are still physical objects, so you kind of have to, Metal Gear Solid your way through a little bit, but...
can I have a cardboard box?
Who's to say that's not an artifact? That'd be cursed. But you've reached the shipping and receiving area when there's an earthquake.
Yep.
Quite a severe earthquake.
So, are we getting knocked down?
You remain on your feet for the sake of, unless you really want to fall over. I'd leave that up to player choice, I suppose.
No.
But, Kalmir, sight.
Yay. Sight.
Off the coast, there's activity.
Big boy moving?
He is. It is approaching the surface quite rapidly as the ocean itself appears to be kind of swirling, stirring, almost taking form.
Oh.
Is the ocean turning into a different ocean?
It still appears to be the same ocean.
Well, the great beast that was at the bottom is now rapidly coming to the top of the water.
Well, that's
Probably
bad.
Why? I don't know, but I think we should probably, if it's the one that's banished the Twilight, then we need to take care of it somehow. Send it back, perhaps.
The only conceivable way to do that would be to learn one of its ban. Would be to learn either its ban or its bane.
Well, you're smart. You should be able to figure it out.
It would be difficult, possible, though highly difficult.
Okay, so would like to, make it all the way out of the building.
Mhm.
You are on the sidewalk.
Okay.
The earthquake continues, and Kalmir, you can see there's a number of incredibly large waves now crashing against the city.
Yeah.
There's a number of buildings being crushed, and, well, Kalmir has probably never seen the amount of death that is now rapidly happening.
The water is coming onto the land very rapidly. A lot of people are dying. That is more than I can handle. Surely. A whole tsunami? I don't think I can do it. At least not without preparation.
Well, what good are you then?
I know, right?
So,
I mean, a mage with prep time could probably handle anything.
how many points is the vestige the skull that I have?
4.
So you're just gonna kind of see Amennakhti raise. Well, actually, first, part of my question was what type it was. What does it do?
Oh, it's a fairly simple +2 strength, -2 intelligence.
You immediately
It's
see
nothing fancy.
Amennakhti crush it in his hand and absorb the energy in it.
I thought that was important to you. Or is it a sacrament?
Mummies are capable of absorbing the sachem from certain objects. Though, admittedly, it is generally not something they tend to want to do.
This was not
Though
a relic. This was a vestige. More leeway with vestiges because they may not be created by the judges.
I see.
Kalmir,
Yes.
the creature in the ocean has reached the surface.
Okay, what's it doing at surface?
Well, it's being hit by a large, almost claw of water that materializes almost immediately after it breaches the surface. Almost a large crab-like appendage comes crashing down onto its back, forcing it momentarily back under the waves.
Is the spirit of this ocean fighting the Chthonian god?
Crab
Yes.
battle.
Where did this crab claw come from? Surely I would have seen that.
The water.
The water itself.
After it crashes down onto its back, it kind of splashes back into the sea.
Some of your spirit sight.
Well, if it's a spirit, it would be materialized.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't need spirit sight.
So, in case you don't know how spirits work, the form of a spirit can be incredibly varied.
Ah.
To the fact, like, a tree spirit could just look like a tree. Or it could be a tree with arms or legs or whatever.
I see.
Generally, the higher rank a spirit is, the more leeway it has in how it looks.
Yeah, like Luna is just the moon on this in the shadow.
Oh,
That's Luna's main form. She shapeshifts a lot, but her main form is just the moon.
all right. So if I look out there with spirit sight, I'll have to spend a mana for that and do that. Is it a spirit out there?
Yes.
It is a spirit. Oh.
The answer's very
yes.
much yes.
Okay. Well, it seems the local water spirit is on our side, at least for the moment. Let's see if we can go assist.
I suppose, though, the tsunami may be a pressing matter.
It is indeed a pressing matter.
Yes.
There's going towards the coast. He's gonna get you under the water anyways. At this rate.
No, breathing underwater is life.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to roll paradox for that other spell.
Whatever.
Because if I'm still doing spells to get us over the water, that's more paradox.
You weren't overreaching, right?
No.
So it's just a paradox die. Because it was one mortal. Where's my fancy, like, storyteller sheet? There it is. Wow. Look at me.
Woohoo!
Simple roll. I didn't click my dice. No, you're fine.
Alright. Cool. Okay. Well, if you all want to go help the spirit, I would need to help you get across the water, which is no small feat, especially with it raging as it is.
Indeed.
What would we do?
Too much for a boat. That would just destroy it and you would all drown.
No, I mean, how would we help?
That's also
Yes,
true.
That is the main concern.
Even if we did know the Banner Bane and beings of that power are
Rather obscure.
indeed, it would not be something easily procured.
Well, from my knowledge, great water spirits should be able to at least hold their own against some of underworld denizens.
Maybe.
Perhaps. But I don't know what you all could do now that I think about it, yeah. Perhaps, Drew, you have an affinity for death. If you could communicate with the beasts, no? Hey, go back from whence ye came.
And then it laughs at me and eats us.
Oh, okay.
It is. Chthonic gods tend to not be partial to diplomacy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that leads us again with damage control.
There's a lot of damage to
Just a
control.
lot of damage to control.
Kalmir, as you kind of look around to assess the situation, you have a number of sections of the city effectively underwater now. In addition, The sections of the city that are not underwater appear to now have a resurgence of Reaper activity as they appear to almost be tunneling out of the ground and resuming their hunt. This time, it doesn't seem directed only at the ghosts.
The city is sinking and the Reapers are coming. Can I perhaps push some of this water back?
Perhaps, yes.
Perhaps. It would not. It's not a listed spell, obviously, but perhaps an application of adverse weather, but it would be reversed.
Actually, this is not a character. Would it be possible for you to call a thunderstorm?
Sorry, say it again.
Would it be possible for you to cause like a magic thunderstorm?
Yes, and I would probably be, if it's obviously magic, then yes, paradox, but yes. That's pretty much what adverse weather is.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, because the Reapers are weak to lightning. At least that one was, and I assume the others are. Could be wrong.
Well, with the water rising as it is, perhaps a sudden storm would not be out of the realm of possibility. I think that could be well covered. Okay. That would be two different things then. Adverse weather to, get some lightning going and possibly push some water back. Like, because tsunamis is included, so if I can, reverse it. That would be control weather, though. I don't know. I could do both. We'll start with making a thunderstorm. Yeah. So adverse weather is a rank 5, so they're just the one reach for instant.
So you're going to make it directly on top of you, like in the city block, as it is touch range.
It would have to be. Well, because weather... Someone's a major weather system, severe as a tornado, blah, blah, blah. Take hold in minutes.
I'm just trying to think of what to do at this point.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be like a 5-foot square of thunder.
It would be centered on you, so you would need to increase its range for it to reach where you need it to.
I assume it would grow. Because, how do you size a thunderstorm when you're...
By scale.
Well, I mean, if I make a base scale thunderstorm, is it going to be a 5-foot cloud of thunder? That's the issue.
By rules, technically, yes.
Yes, by rules, yeah, it would be.
Oh, does the mage have to apply dice penalties? Woe is...
No, I'm just curious as to how it works, because
but
a size 1 tsunami is not all that impressive. Monsoon or hurricane at 5 feet wide is nothing.
Yes, exactly.
But to be fair, a 5-foot square of lightning is pretty intense.
Okay, well then I'll leave it to the storyteller.
Yeah,
how
the
much
entire storm condensed into a 5-foot cube. It's actually a bomb.
Right?
Yeah, that amount of
case,
lightning would be horrific.
I will need to consult the helper to start getting some modifiers.
It might be better just to strike down lightning via magic instead of trying to do all that. But
I could help.
Still,
I got the alembic.
I could conjure a freak storm.
That's basically what adverse weather is, but
I don't have the penalties. I have a set range that it already takes up. I don't need to spend the dice pool for that.
See.
The only thing that it's going to do is I'm going to cause an entire city to contract Cybris.
I don't know what that is.
Contract what?
Cybris. Basically, it's a it's a contagious disease that basically makes people either want to kill or worship me.
Maybe don't do that.
It's like kind of like mommy bonusy.
Okay.
Maybe don't do that.
Do that?
Man.
That's. I mean,
Apocalypse,
wrong?
find an apocalypse. You know, it's
there's a lot go. I mean, how many plagues do we want to inflict on these people?
I mean,
feel like
if
that's
we
just
want to use the
comfortable.
mummy's powers, I feel like now's the time. You know, there's never a grander scale than this.
And it would make certain things easier on the mage because then he would be working in the confines of stuff that's already happening.
See,
Yes,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Hank. Don't do that because Rose is immortal.
What could go wrong?
Well,
We actually
Rose,
already. Oh, go ahead.
Rose is about to become a cultist.
Well, see, the thing is I've already used this once in front of Rose, so that was how I created the wind.
Yeah,
Did
you
we-
did it back at the tomb.
Did we apply the effects of this want to kill or follow the mummy?
I think it was that. I think it didn't apply then, and because it wasn't on top of them, it was near them.
Yeah, but Rose would have still been in the affected area either way. It didn't affect anybody on the ships because they were technically outside of the range. I was mainly targeting the waves. That's how we got around a bunch of people getting hit with it.
Mhm. I thought that was also the explanation for Rose.
That makes sense.
I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah, just
But all right, it's
So-
all on the mage.
All on the mage. So I am upping scale then? Is that the consensus?
Should we? Like, we don't even know if they're all. We don't actually know that they're weak to lightning, and you have to, and you would have to call down lightning on them individually anyway. You know.
Yeah, that would be like control weather. I should be able to do that. But
Technically, you wouldn't have to do it individually. You just have to up the number of targets by upping scale, and you could hit them all with the same roll because he can see them all.
That's
Yes.
crap.
yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's stupid. Yeah. This is mage bullshit.
Yeah.
We're.
If I can see it, it's much easier to affect it, and since I can see everything.
Yeah, what did I? We're off track.
Yeah, sorry.
Here. What did Igor do in the end of the mage game? I did like
Oh, you did
10
like
ag to like 60 targets at once.
yeah.
It's stupid.
Let me check something.
So, weather scale. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do
Okay. Scale.
Do it.
Very
yeah.
well. In that case,
He doesn't even count. Does it count? Will it count? I'm trying to think. Does this count? Because I can see the arguments both ways for does this count as
As a
overt
paradox.
magic?
Yeah, because there's a tsunami already incoming. The storm's just a little bit late behind it. I don't know.
Yeah, a storm showing up, I'm gonna say is not overt,
Okay.
given the situations.
You know, if 10,000 lightning bolts hit one target simultaneously, then maybe.
One target, if the entire lightning storm's worth of lightning hits the same guy. Yeah.
I'm just imagining, like, you know the thing in Minecraft where you summon a whole lot of lightning in one place? The thing that happens sometimes in Minecraft? I'm just imagining that.
Okay, so let's see. The scale is gonna hurt. Let's see.
So while he's doing this, what are we doing?
Do you have any yantras like your weather stick?
Yeah. I mean, just the max scale I can do is minus 16 dice.
Well, the area of effect never gets larger than a campus or small neighborhood. So you don't have to go higher than 10 dice,
Okay,
technically.
I'll take it. Take you by your word. All right.
I'll just
so
throw 10 dice away. It's cool.
it is going to take me some time. Oh, we lost one?
Drew doesn't really have any capability to affect things on a grand scale. His reach is pretty personal.
I can shoot lightning, but I'm pretty sure it's only within like 6 yards, so not much I can do here either.
And I've
Oh,
had
don't
one
worry.
thing vetoed, and my second thing hasn't been vetoed, but that's because I haven't mentioned it, and I'm still highly debating on which one of the two I should use it for.
Well, unless you plan to do that, you will... Kalmir, is this going to be an instant action, or are you still ritually casting?
I'll still ritually cast it, because scale is still going to hurt. This will just give me more reach to work with.
So, Kalmir begins casting his spell.
Mhm.
It'll take 30 minutes. You're just on the sidewalk.
We're still invisible?
Probably need to let that effect end, I would have to guess.
I could say that it was only for while we were inside, and I let it go outside. That's fine.
So you are visible again?
Because, don't want to sap more dice from your storm.
Oh, that won't.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
jeez.
I know, right?
He only had, then what, that was 3 spells up, because sight spell,
Only.
and then the extreme environment protection, environmental shield.
That's that's not a. Oh yeah, that is a spell. So that's that one.
Yeah, you still had that up.
And
And then
then
it was just those 2 spells, and then the third for the invisibility stuff.
Hmm.
And your gnosis, what, like 6?
6 now, yeah.
So you still could have had 3 more spells before it takes penalties.
It's Mage.
Also, we can just say that we cancel the invisibility now.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, so about 10 minutes into the casting out on the side. Did you just do it on the sidewalk?
I assume I went into like an alley or something so people can't see me going.
Yeah.
High speech will be involved.
Number of Chiron individuals are exiting the main building, however. Number of armed squads now sort of sweeping the surrounding block. They will hit you at this rate.
Oh, heck, here we go again.
This cause server?
Does this cause Sibrus? Who knows?
Epic level? It is not epic level. Here we go. Fun times for me again. Alright, well, I still have access to my level 5 utterances. Gonna use 3 of the 4 points I regained, making sure to spend 1 in Ka. And I'm just gonna begin to puke millions upon millions of scarabs.
This benefits the group. What is the intention here?
The intention is Kiron is not going to be dealing with the 3 tilts that I'm gonna give them.
I'm busy.
Many scarabs.
Kalmir's busy.
Oh,
Can I use the location as a yantra? Because it's, tsunami incoming. Or no, it's only 1 die.
You're talking about a storm, not a tsunami.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I say if it was already sort of stormy, it'd be a yantra to like increase it, but it's not really.
I just gotta make sure which tilts I can choose here. I think it's only environmental tilts. Because at this point, I feel like anything I try to do is just gonna get yelled at, and I would rather do something than just sit here and do nothing.
Just do it anyways. When has that stopped anyone?
Okay, equal to Sechem plus Ka in size. Twice my Sechem, which is 5, and my Ka. So this is a size 20 swarm. I can communicate with them telepathically. Obviously, I'm going to tell them to do that. With a Ka pillar of 5, the Arisen can alter the composition of the swarm, enhancing it with up to 3 tilt factors of the player's choice. So it can be of any tilt that I want.
For context for everyone, a 20 size is about the size of a semi-truck.
Mm-hmm. Pretty big.
Yeah.
Or a small airplane. Or a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Jeez.
So I'm gonna go with the tilts are where this gets kind of ridiculous because it doesn't give me any limit on the tilts. So I can do some pretty wacky stuff like
Insane.
I think insane's a condition.
Oh, okay, never mind.
These have to be tilts. But I can do like
Inferno.
I can do frozen time.
What the fuck?
So I'm gonna go with knockdown, drugged, and immobilized.
Okay. Is
Get
this
wrecked.
resisted at all? Or is it just poof?
It does not say the tilts are resisted.
Okay.
Just if the swarm occupies that position, they inflict those conditions. So I can telepathically communicate with these. So semi-truck is a very reasonable thing as I run these scarabs into the Chiron members that are coming towards us.
I can't believe they don't even inflict the swarm's tilt.
Oh, they do.
Well, you can.
If he chooses to.
No, they automatically inflict it.
Oh, okay.
They're screwed. TLDR. Yeah, so this team of like 4 Chiron dudes is now kind of just devoured by the swarm, which immediately grabs the attention of basically every other person on this block of the city, as it rightfully should.
Yeah, it's a 20-size swarm of scarabs. This man just threw up.
Oh, look. And I got an exceptional success.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna have that refund the mana that I spent on that spell.
How much mana was spent?
Just one.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, it's
One's one.
Just one. Yeah, so this swarm covers the first group of people